P17, 20 minutes.
Today we are on Laguna Seca in the Formula 4 cars. We're trying to be distracted up above. I'm here reading this sentence. Fridge or freezer? Obviously the fridge. As we slowly release the clutch, get a decent start. Nothing major, but definitely a bit quicker than the rest, which propels us forward quite a lot. But we do have to lift a little bit as things are getting a little bit spicy here. We're going to claim the inside, but we're just going to accept that we have to brake early. Looking ahead for any trouble. Looking all clear so far. As we see a car get up in the air, we take it real slow. We see a gap. We go for it. We get through, look back, laugh. No, don't laugh. Keep going up ahead. We're good. Coming into turn 3 now. Up the inside. That was a very opportunistic move that we have to get done. He's going to back out and just let us have it. Wise move. Right about now, I'm feeling like I have a lot of pace. All these cars are coming towards me. We see this guy here. He's very slow. He is defending, but not enough. So, up the inside we go. Into third gear. Looks like we have a pass coming. We're on the left of this dude, the number 18 car. And we have a bit of draft. He backs out. He knows what's good for him.
There's an incident in turn 6.
Yes, speechless too. Coming up into the corkscrew for the first time. Tires are a bit cold now, so we gotta watch out. I looked back in my mirror there. I said there was a nice rejoin as someone rejoined and killed someone. So as we get checked up a bit here, that car just has a little moment. That's alright though. That's fine. No problem with that. These cars are quite aggressive to drive. But once you have it dialed in, you have settings dialed in. This fella was fighting us and he was going to pit in anyway, so I was a little bit pissed off about that. But hey, whatever, you can't do much. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smack the life out of the tires of the like button. That little like button up there, the thumbs up. Show it a bit of love if you like the video. If not, don't. And subscribe. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Or if you're old here and you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? I want to see you around. So we have Justin Francis behind us now, coming into lap 2 of this race. This is only a 20-minute fixed race, so we don't even have to mess with the setup. The car is there for us as we do a big lift here, so the front tires bite down and just hook across. Unintelligible from Ryan Crouch. We don't know what he said. We never will know what he said. Only Ryan knows what he said. I hope he was doing an impression and that wasn't his voice, but if it is, hey, styly. Car's starting to turn on a little bit here, but we're still just building up confidence as Justin is pushing us along. Now I'm trying to think, do I let him by or not? I'm like, no. He does force a bit of a mistake out of us, which only slows the both of us down, as I am still not interested in letting him by just as of yet. Right about now I look at his iRacing 2.6, so he didn't magically get there. He could be quicker than us, but we'll have to wait and see, and he'll have to force the move. So we're trying to just stay within the draft of these two guys. We do a huge lockup, but we do have the outside speed, so it's going to be a drag race. We can see him there in the cam view. There's his front right wheel, sorry. He's going to absolutely dominate us into this corner on speed, on overlap, the whole thing. He's even going to clear us. Can we hold it? Can we do something? Can we make something happen? No. Huge rear lockup. Big disaster. I think we put the brake bias up a little bit here now to try and get the car a bit snappy because it's just not turning in the way it should on this corner. Soon enough during the race. Keep an eye out for that. You'll see my right hand dip down and touch that middle dial.
No mistakes.
Moving on later on in this lap. We are trying to approach a gaggle of cars. Just trying to make the most of them fighting. So, looks like they're going to be going too wide. So we'll do a little slice up the inside here. And we have a bit of draft as someone almost takes us out on the rejoin. So this guy here, he's being very smart up ahead. He's sharing the draft, giving it to me, giving it to the guy behind. But we do prevail. We come out on top, and we have the inside line in this corner, which is a very easy corner to do well on. It's also a very easy corner to spin on, as I've been showing off very well. And here it's just the front end isn't turning in as much as I'd like it. We do a huge oversteer, which opens up for Gergo to pass us on the inside, but we're still going to keep a pin on the outside. We do have the outside speed, can't forget about that. And he's there. We can see him in the mirror up there. We pin him to the right, basically claim this corner and don't compromise it too much. Nail at the apex too. If there was any time to nail that corner there, it's fourth gear, but it's banked, so there's a lot of grip on that corner. It's the most grippiest corner in all of iRacing, to be honest. Just trying to hang on to Justin up here in P7. Guys, have you been racing this? What do you think of the F4 car? Sometimes it's a bit meh. I don't know why it doesn't sound as loud as it should. Like, I've seen these cars in real life, they sound great, and for some reason they don't sound that good in the service, so I'd like to hear them sounding better, but maybe that's just me as we almost destroy our front right suspension and front wing. Disaster. Absolute disaster. Now I see these boys going for a move, which means if I just nail this corner, which I do, I can hop in the draft. We're within 0.8 of Brent, and we skip on now to lap 6. As we see a yellow after the corkscrew, so we don't know what's going to happen, we don't know what to expect. We know Reed is in charge here of this yellow flag. Here he is, Niall Reed. So he is lacking on a bit of pace and confidence after a disaster like that, so hopefully this could be a smooth pass. We will have to see though. All I know is we're getting close. This corner, the balance of the car was a bit iffy, as you can see. I just remember it. Same with the car behind, they had to do a little flick. Racer see, racer do. Chris round 4 is now behind us at 0.8. It's all about just keeping it steady in this corner, minding your own business. There's no overdriving the car there. We are starting to pick up the pace a bit. The car is starting to get a bit lighter. We have gone up to 56.7 brake bias, which has given us a much better turn in. It's crazy how one click up in brake bias made all the difference for that corner back there. So really gives me a lot to think about when it comes to brake bias application in a race scenario. Same again here, beautifully clipping the apex, giving us loads of outside speed, but we have to lift. Even though we lift, we're alongside. What is going to happen here? Nope, we let him have it, but he hits the dirt. That's a classic move there, and we're ahead. We're well ahead, but you never know, someone might go for a bit of an odd move. He gets forced off a little bit. He forces himself off, to be honest. He could have followed in, but he decided to go for the inside, and that is a very, very tight corner to take on the inside, so not much use there. We are now back behind Brent, and we are within slipstream distance, which is mega. So if we can just nail this corner, perfect, 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 perfect. Gained about 3/10 on him there.
10 minutes remaining, 10 minutes. Halfway home, fuel looks good.
Here we are now, halfway through the race. Sucking petrol. This is halfway through the lap that we were watching already. Here I'm just trying to let Brent know I'm here, and I could pass at any moment if I want. I did cut some stuff from this race, any boring bits, but I know that I was all over him, and I was letting him know I was all over him. I did do a mistake though where I fell back a few tenths, but still, it's like I'm just trying to pull out and just fill up his mirrors, per se. Let him know I'm here. I was just short of bump drafting him. Just trying to let him know I'm all over the place, keeping his eyes to the back of him. But he does a great job, in fairness, of defending, of just keeping his cool. Keeping cool is part of a good defense, to be honest. Not making a ham of things, not messing them up or fucking them up. No one likes that when you're defending and you lose your cool. Here we are. We're going to try claim the inside of the corner. He gives it to us, which makes me a bit skeptical, thinking, what plan is this here? I think he's seen how close we were driving to him. He just didn't want the smoke. Fair enough. He wanted to let me cook. I kept my eyes on my mirror here. I was expecting a bit of a dive bomb with the assist of the slipstream. We didn't see anything like that at all. Nothing like that. So kept moving, but eventually he got swapped out for a more formidable opponent. Chris round 4. He tries to have a stab at us here. It does kind of shake our confidence a little bit. Does mess with us. Kind of getting a bit sloppy through this corner set as well. Now I know I'm a good defender amongst people who are of similar speed to me, so it's all about just not making mistakes, but he does have the pressure on me a little bit, you know. We are going a bit slower just to avoid any major mistakes. Eyes are in the back of the head now. We are looking a lot in the mirrors now. Again, as we almost take off our front wing, doing that stupid move. Here he is all over us as well. Very close for the dive bomb, but doesn't do it this round. Chris round, see what I did there? As we have a big moment, that kills a 10th off of our distance, off our gap to Chris. He is really close now. He's going to get some seriously purposeful draft there. Some really meaningful draft. We take the inside. We don't brake too late as we don't want to overshoot it and hit into him. But we know that, you know, we have a much shorter distance to travel than him. So we're good. Bit of a wiggle, but we're good. Again, the upgraded brake bias helping us here, but even still we missed the apex, which invites him up the inside of the next corner. This is going to be a duel. We're just going to have to keep it pinned and pray that that outside speed can help us. We do keep him pinned so he doesn't get a wild amount of speed, but he is ahead of us. He's ahead of us, so we're just going to have to brake late and let him know, hey, this ain't happening. We overshoot the apex a little bit late braking, but all is fair in love and war. And as I see, he's after catching traffic, so I'm not sure if that traffic wants to pass him or if they want to work together to get by me. And both of them basically gain a place, so not too sure what's happening there. All I know is it's getting pretty warm in the fucking cockpit now. So yeah, just trying to keep it smooth through the corkscrew. 2 minutes left on the clock here. Just keeping my cool. These two guys, I can probably pitch them with each other. So here's another one out of my defense playbook. Don't show anyone that's not part of Jackzer gang. So what I do here is I kind of not make a mistake on purpose, but I went through it not super fast. No, sorry, that's next lap. Forget what I said. Don't worry. Forget about it. Defending.
Right.
These two guys now, they really start to stack up on me and each other.
Okay,
So
Jack.
there's only so many
10
passing
minutes if
spots
you're
on this
right.
track as long as I don't make silly mistakes like that huge oversteer. And again, because of how much I messed up that corner last time, I tried to not make a mistake, but we did have a snap, but we didn't lose too much speed from it, so that's alright. Again, making sure we survive here, staying a little bit out.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
To try and break a little bit of
Go
draft,
for it.
but there's not much you can do as the draft behind these cars is just so large that once you're anywhere behind you will get the effect of draft. As we approach the second last lap here, we are on the second last lap, coming up the hill now, up to this corkscrew. We have Chris 0.3 away, 0.2. That draft is just huge, helping them up the hill. That's pretty tough on me now because I have to go up the hill with the no draft assistance, no slipstream, no DRS, no boost, no nitrous. We just have to deal with it as I deal with all this pressure in my mirrors. Just keeping it chill, praying for the white flag to pop up. Can't remember if it does. I'm recording this the day after this kind of late commentary. He goes for a big move down the inside,
On your left.
but I get that outside speed. Two of them are neck and neck, and now you see my lovely, polite sharing is caring. A little bit for you, a little bit for you, a little bit for you,
More lap to go.
and I just share the draft between them all. That way they can stay neck and neck fighting each other, and not one of them has a huge advantage to come near me. So they're more focused on each other rather than me. Rather than thinking of, oh, I'm going to gain a spot, they're more so like, geez, I don't want to lose a spot here. So that worked. But we still have one full lap to go. Again, just don't make any mistakes. Big fat lift. Dab of brakes. Don't know why I used my brakes there. Just caught that in the telemetry. That was stupid, but whatever. Braking in. Nail this apex. There we go. That's the time we want to nail it. Moving over to the left just to break the draft. They don't actually make an effort to move over behind me, which is odd because coming up the hill, you know, cars can be really slow and sluggish coming up the hill with no draft. Again, we just try and take a bizarre line. They do follow us that time, but it's looking like we're going to have it if we can just keep it all together. Coming down the corkscrew for the last time.
That's 2 minutes left.
All
2
good.
minutes.
Anything can happen on the corkscrew for those of you that have tried it in the sim. It is a pretty twitchy corner. In through the last corner. Hammering on through. Now we need to make sure we don't have a moment here because, you know, these cars do have pretty strong draft. So, oh, bit of an oversteer, but we're good. We're good. Hand off the wheel, bit of relaxing. Tell those boys that was good racing. Chris Round and Gergo can come to my birthday party any day. They're on the list.
Okay, it's over. Well done, mate. Good finish.
But yeah, some good points. Only one incident point. We had 56 iRating from that. Really fun. If any of you get the chance to race the Formula 4s here this week, I would highly recommend it. I went into this race with about 5 minutes of practice. That being said, I know the track very well. I know the car very well. If I did more practice, I probably could have qualified harder, better, and got up to the front fighting with the quick boys. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, guys, don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment, let me know what you liked about it. If you see anywhere I can improve, always like a bit of help. And yeah, happy hunting.